Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another tutorial in physics. This is time around we're looking at grade 10 quiz 2. Now this grade 10 quiz 2 is talking about momentum, energy, work and power. Now let's see what we have in here. Question 1 says a 2 kg object moves with a velocity of 5 meters per second. What is the momentum of the object? Now what is momentum? The momentum is just the product of the mass and velocity. Okay, so momentum is just equal to mass times what? Velocity. That's how we find momentum. So the mass here is 2 kg, so we get 2 kg. Okay, and the velocity is 5 meters, okay, per second. So eventually this gives us what? 10 kg meter per second. That's all. So where we have 10, that's the correct answer. All right, question 2 says a force of 20 newtons is applied to an object for a distance of 5 meters. How much work is done on the object? Right, let's go. So work done is just equal to the force multiplied by the displacement in the direction of the force. All right, so what force has been given? 20 newtons. And the distance, since the distance is in meters, even better, we don't have to convert anything, and this should give us what? 100 joules. There we go. A 500-gram object is lifted to 10 meters in air. How much potential energy does the object have at this particular height? Now, here's the thing what you need to know. Check out, mass has been given in grams. That means we need to convert mass into kg by dividing by 1000, and this will give us 0.5 kg. And how do we find potential energy? Okay, potential energy is given by mass, gravity multiplied by height, and the mass now is 0.5, the height is 10, and gravity is 9.8. so we're just multiplying those. So 0.5 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 9.8, and I'm getting 49. Is it 49? 490, sorry. Yeah, 490. Yeah, so this was supposed to be 490. Sorry, 49 joules. So yeah, we remove that part there. So that becomes the answer. Sorry, just made a simple mistake there. All right, so we move on. So moving on, we have another question. Question 4 says a 10 kg object is moving with a velocity of 8 meters per second. What is the kinetic energy? All right, so kinetic energy, ladies and gentlemen, is given by half of mass and velocity squared. That product will give you velocity. Kinetic energy. All right, so the mass is 10, velocity is 8, so squaring 8 we get 64 over 2. So eventually we get 5, or if you want, you can divide 2 into 64, which will give you 32. Then 32 multiplied by 10, we get 320 joules of energy. A 50-watt electrical motor lifts a 100 kg object to a height of 5 meters in 10 seconds. What is the power output of the motor? Now, this is a power input. Now they're looking for the power output. So power output is just equal to work output over time. So the work output will always be the mass, okay, multiplied by this one. But this mass should be first taken into a force. So that will be 100, 9.8 as gravity. Then we have 5 there. Over time is what? 10 seconds. We should be able to get something closer. So 100 multiplied by 9.8 multiplied by 5 over 10. Just a minute. Okay, I'm getting 490. The reason why I'm getting 490 is because I'm using gravity as 9.8. Now, basically, if gravity is not specified to be 9.8, I would suggest you use 10. So let us use 10. Use 10, and that will give us 5,000 over 10, giving us 500 watts. And that's why B is the correct answer. Though 490 was close because we used 9.8 gravity. And the next one says a 2 kg object is moving with a velocity of 6 meters per second. If a force of 4 Newton is applied to the opposite direction, what will be the final velocity of the object after 3 seconds? Okay, so look at what we have here. We know that from Newton's second of motion, F is equal to ma. If we can find the acceleration from there, because the force has been given. Now the force is applied in the opposite direction. That means the force will be negative 4 newtons. And the mass is just 2 kg. So we put 2 there. And we end up having an acceleration of negative 2 meters per second squared. Now, final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus at. You know this equation of motion, the first one, right? Yeah. So final velocity is equal to initial is 6 plus acceleration is negative 2 and time is 3 seconds. So we end up having final velocity as 6 minus 6, which gives us 0 meters per second. That's why A is our best answer there. Though it was 2 there, I just changed it because there was no answer. And sorry for that. Moving on, a car has a mass of 1200 kg and is moving with a velocity of 20 meters per second. What is the momentum of the car? I think this type of question already found them. It's mass times velocity. The mass is 1200 multiplied by 20. And this is just the same as 12,000 multiplied by 2. And we get 0, 0, 0, 4, and 2. So you can clearly see that we are getting that. Yeah, so basically this was supposed to be the correct answer there. Sorry again, but just follow what I'm trying to solve, and yeah, might be 1 or 2 errors in typing and so on. Now, a spring with a constant force 500 Newton is compressed by 0.1 meters. What is the potential energy stored in the spring? Potential energy now is mass. Now, the potential energy of a spring, you see, this is where I want you to like pay particular attention. How do we find the potential energy of a spring? If I take you back to Hooke's law, all right, we have something to do with the k x, which is like the extension of that nature. Yeah, something like that. Half k x squared. Now, compressed by is just like the extension, and you have to square that one, then you multiply by the constant given. Okay, then basically that's how the potential energy is. Now, so again, basically plugging in everything here that we have. Okay, if we plug in the constant there, the mass, the distance, you square it, then over 2. I'm getting 2.5 joules. And it's not among the answers, but the correct answer should be 2.5 joules. Pardon me on that one. An object with a mass of 5 kg is lifted to a height of 10 meters. How much work is required to lift the object? All right, so work is force multiplied by displacement in the direction of the force. All right, so 5 kg multiplied by 9.8. And the distance is 10. So basically we've got 5 multiplied by 9.8 multiplied by 10. Be able to get 490. Yeah, it's there. A 50 kg object is moving with a velocity of 15 meters per second. What is the kinetic energy of the object? So Ke is just mass v squared. And the mass is 50. Velocity is 15 squared. So we are saying 15 squared multiplied by 50, then we divide by 2. I'm getting 956. Let me just do the correct multiplication. 50. So 15 squared, and then multiply by 50, we divide by 2. I'm getting 56. 25 joules. If it's not here, then this is the answer.